Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks, and today we're making a delicious, moist, tropical cake. Okay, let's start with our wet ingredients. We're going to be using a 1/4 cup of water, 3/4 cup of vegetable oil, three eggs. I think you're going to really like this recipe. It's really easy. There's one. Two. Three. Three medium ripe bananas. I'm going to use 2 large ones instead of 3 medium. And I don't smash mine up first, I just throw them in the mixer. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Okay, now we're going to add a 1/2 cup of pineapple and some vanilla. Teaspoon. Before I turn my mixer on, I'm going to tell you we're going to be using some flake coconut, a 1/2 cup, a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, and a coconut supreme Duncan Hines cake mix. Let's add our cake mix. We're going to add the coconut pecans last. So I'm going to turn up my mixer and mix it on a medium speed for a minute or 2. Okay, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of Baker's Flaked sweetened coconut. This is something different you can make when you have leftover bananas instead of just making banana bread, y'all. 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. And what I like about this cake is you don't have to make icing for it. Alright, we have sprayed our Bundt pan. And this is an anniversary edition. It's a 12 cup instead of a 10 cup. And if you're ever interested in getting anything that you see in the kitchen that I use, always remember that if you go to our website, you can find these items. And if you purchase them through our website or our Amazon store, we get a percentage of the proceeds at no cost to you. All right, I'm going to mix this up a little bit just to make sure my coconut is in there good. And we're going to pour it in. Now you don't need a 12 cup Bundt pan for this cake because it's just a regular cake mix size. With this cake, you're going to bake it at 350 degrees for the first 30 minutes. Then you're going to turn your oven temperature down to 325 and bake it another 20 minutes. Our oven is preheated, so I'm going to go ahead and start it for the first 30-minute cycle. Looks very pretty. I'm going to let it cool. Looks perfect. Perfectly browned. Some of you like to use only homemade layers. If you would like to use a homemade layer, then all you've got to do is search CVC, white cake layers or yellow cake layers, and then add the extra ingredients to it. It's not going to hurt my original recipe to just go ahead and add the coconut, the pecans, the pineapple, and the bananas. It should work fine in my regular cake recipes. Always remember, all you have to do is do a Google search, any recipe you want, and include CVC, and if I have made a tutorial, you're going to find it. Okay, the cake has cooled completely off because I actually went grocery shopping, and now I'm back. So we are going to flip it out, and typically when I do a bundt, I just grab it with my hand like this, and then lay it on the cake plate. And I actually like the top to show because it's kind of crunchy, and so I like for it to be on the top. A lot of people like to flip it upside down, but I personally would rather leave it upright like this to show it. I'm going to go ahead and slice it for you guys. Now remember, we did use the coconut supreme, so it's a very, very moist cake. This is a great cake to take somewhere because you don't have to ice it. And it's plenty sweet. It really don't have to be iced at all. I'm going to try it for you guys. This is it. Looks really nice and moist. So. That's some good stuff, y'all. You can put it on a plate and drizzle chocolate syrup over it and put Cool Whip on the top with a cherry. It is so good. So easy. And so delicious. One more thing I want to show y'all is this is my new cake plate. It is pretty doggone big, and I think it's 12 inches. And I got a new cake dome because my cake dome was just your standard cake dome, so that when I made, if I made a 3-layer cake and split 3 layers and then iced it, it was always too tall for my cake dome. So I'm going to show y'all the new dome I got. It is glass, and it is super, super tall. It's about 7 inches tall to this part right here. So it's about 6.5 to the edge. It's really, really tall. I'm very pleased with my purchase. Because my cake is so short, I'm just going to use my normal dome for it, or it's going to look really wimpy. Now that dome fits in there good and tight. It does have grooves on this plate, and you can tell how much of the lip is left. The larger one came all the way to the edge, right, this outside edge right here. I can also use, or you could, if you don't want to get the cake plate, if you wanted this really large dome, if you've got something round to sit it on, like a cutting board or a big platter, you could always use it that way as well. Just a thought. If you don't have a coconut supreme cake mix, you could always use a regular cake mix and put a little bit of coconut flavoring in it, if you've got some coconut flavoring. If you take this cake to a potluck and someone gets a slice, they'll eat it all. I guarantee it. Thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. Bye, y'all. Love ya.